Imagine a financial earthquake so powerful it reshapes the entire landscape of global currency markets, an event that turns today's whispered rumors into tomorrow's undeniable headlines plastered across every major financial news network from Bloomberg to Reuters. What if I told you that the trigger for this seismic shift is not the euro, the yen, or the British pound, but a currency that many in the West have overlooked for decades? We are talking about the Vietnamese Dong. For years, if not decades, holders of the Vietnamese Dong and the Iraqi Dinar have been navigating a tumultuous sea of speculation, fueled by forums, cryptic guru predictions, and a relentless hope for a revaluation that would unlock unimaginable wealth. This hope has been the lifeblood of a community millions strong, a community waiting for their moment, for that single official decree that would change their lives forever. That wait, my friends, might finally be over. What you are about to hear is not another baseless prediction from a shadowy figure on the internet. This is a cold, hard analysis of the tectonic plates now shifting beneath the feet of international finance, a breakdown of the official economic maneuvers and geopolitical realignments that are converging to create a perfect storm for the Vietnamese Dong. The story begins not in the trading pits of Wall Street, but in the corridors of power in Hanoi, where a new, aggressive economic policy focused on high-tech manufacturing, a staggering influx of foreign direct investment shifting away from China, and a deliberate, calculated strengthening of the State Bank of Vietnam's monetary policy are all creating an environment where a significant revaluation is no longer a matter of if, but a matter of when and how much. The data is there for anyone who knows where to look, buried not in conspiracy-laden blogs, but in the dry, factual reports of the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank, which have consistently praised Vietnam's remarkable economic discipline and growth trajectory, now positioning it as one of the fastest-growing economies in the world, a title it has held for several years running, a fact that cannot be sustained with an artificially weak currency forever. Think about the supply chains that power your daily life, from the smartphone in your hand to the electronics in your car. Chances are, more and more of those components are now stamped, made in Vietnam, and this isn't an accident. It's the result of a decades-long national strategy now coming to a spectacular fruition, creating a massive trade surplus that inherently builds immense pressure on the Dong's value. This pressure is the fundamental force that all the speculation has been based on, and that force is now reaching a critical, undeniable peak. But before we dive deeper into the official mechanisms and the stunning data points that confirm this historic shift, I need you to do something for me right now. If you are serious about understanding this financial revolution, if you are tired of the noise and want the pure, unvarnished truth, you will hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell right this second, because what I am about to reveal in the rest of this video will separate the informed from the hopeful, and it will provide you with the clarity you need to understand the monumental events that are unfolding in real time. This is your chance to get ahead of the curve, to be part of the informed minority that acts on data, not just desire. The journey to understanding this breakthrough requires us to look at the cold, hard numbers that the mainstream financial media is only just beginning to report, numbers that tell a story of unstoppable economic momentum. So let's peel back the layers and look at the engine driving this historic change, because the official story is far more compelling than any rumor. The State Bank of Vietnam, once focused primarily on maintaining export competitiveness through a manageable exchange rate, is now openly prioritizing currency stability and fighting inflation as its top-tier macroeconomic goals, a fundamental philosophical shift that signals a mature economy ready to play on the global stage with a strong, trusted currency. This isn't just talk, their actions scream this new directive. Look at their foreign exchange reserves, which have ballooned to an all-time high, creating a massive war chest specifically designed to defend the Dong's value from speculative attacks and to smooth its transition to a higher, more realistic valuation. This fortified position gives them unprecedented control and confidence. Furthermore, Vietnam's stunning success in securing a coveted partnership with the United States in critical sectors like semiconductors and artificial intelligence is not just a trade deal. It is a geopolitical seal of approval that injects billions of dollars in high-value investment and technology transfer, fundamentally altering the perception of the Vietnamese economy from a low-cost labor hub to a high-tech strategic partner. This influx of capital is qualitatively different from the investments of the past. It is long-term, stable, and demands a robust financial environment, including a strong currency to protect those investments from volatility. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the de-dollarization of the Vietnamese economy. For years, the widespread use of the US dollar in real estate and large transactions within Vietnam acted as a constant drain on the Dong's prestige and authority. But recent, forceful government crackdowns on dollarization, combined with a rising sense of national economic pride, are successfully bringing those dollars back into the formal banking system and reinforcing the Dong as the sole legitimate currency for all domestic transactions. This internal strengthening is a critical, often overlooked piece of the puzzle. A currency cannot be strong internationally if it is not trusted and used exclusively domestically. And then we have the stunning data from the ground. Industrial park occupancy rates are at an all-time high, with giants like Samsung, LG, and Intel not just maintaining but aggressively expanding their footprints, with supply chains so deeply embedded that leaving is not an option, creating a permanent, structural demand for the Dong to facilitate this immense industrial activity. This creates a constant, underlying bid for the currency that simply did not exist a decade ago. The narrative of a currency manipulator is rapidly becoming obsolete as international pressure and self-interest align to push Vietnam towards a fair value exchange rate. The International Monetary Fund's most recent Article 4 consultation with Vietnam subtly but unmistakably hints at this, noting the currency's undervaluation and the need for greater flexibility, which in the coded language of international finance, is a clear nod towards an impending appreciation. Combine this with Vietnam's rapidly growing middle class, whose consumption power is creating a vibrant domestic market that is less reliant on purely cheap exports, and you have an economy that is firing on all cylinders. This robust internal demand provides a cushion, allowing the central bank to permit currency strengthening without fearing a collapse in export revenue. The stars are aligning in a way that is unprecedented in modern economic history. The convergence of geopolitical realignment, disciplined monetary policy, a technological manufacturing boom, and internal financial consolidation creates a perfect, irreversible momentum. This is not a speculative bubble waiting to pop. This is the logical, data-driven culmination of a 20-year national project arriving at its destined destination. The groundwork has been laid, the policies are being implemented, and the international community is nodding in approval. The question is no longer about possibility, it is about timing and magnitude, and the signals we are seeing from money supply data, bond yields, and interbank exchange rates all point towards a move that is both significant and sustainable, designed to cement Vietnam's status as the next Asian tiger economy, a status that cannot be achieved with a weak currency. So where does this leave us, and more importantly, where does it leave you, the holder of this potential, on the verge of a financial renaissance that textbooks will one day cite as a masterclass in economic transformation? The evidence we have walked through, from the strategic pivot of the State Bank of Vietnam to the undeniable tsunami of foreign direct investment and the geopolitical tailwinds, all paint an incontrovertible picture. The Vietnamese Dong is undergoing a fundamental repricing, a recalibration of its worth to match the formidable economic engine it now represents. This is the moment where the patience and foresight of holders are being validated not by foreign moderators, but by the cold, hard calculus of global capital markets. But let's be unequivocally clear about what this means for the Iraqi dinar, as the title of this video rightly connects these two journeys. The path for the Iraqi dinar is intrinsically different, forged in the fires of geopolitical instability and an economy still overwhelmingly tethered to the volatile price of crude oil. While Iraq possesses immense potential, its currency's revaluation is a far more complex puzzle, one that hinges not just on economic metrics but on profound political reconciliation, the passing of a federal oil and gas law that has been delayed for nearly 2 decades, and the successful integration into a global financial system that still views it with caution due to lingering compliance concerns. The recent news of Iraq seeking closer ties with regional partners and making tentative steps towards international monetary reform are positive signals, but they are the very beginning of a marathon, not the final sprint to the finish line that we are witnessing with Vietnam. The comparison is crucial. The Dong's ascent is built on a diversified, high-tech manufacturing base, while the dinar's future is still chained to the underground riches of hydrocarbons. This is not to diminish the hope for Iraq, but to ground it in a stark reality that demands a different kind of patience and a different set of indicators to watch. For dinar holders, the key milestones will be legislative progress in Baghdad, tangible proof of de-dollarization within the Iraqi economy beyond just government transactions, and sustainable economic growth that isn't solely a function of a temporary spike in oil prices. The journey is parallel, but the terrain is vastly different. Understanding this distinction is the mark of a truly informed investor. Which brings us to the most critical point of this entire discussion, your action plan. Witnessing this historic shift is one thing, being positioned to navigate its aftermath is another. The transition to a new exchange rate, when it is officially confirmed and implemented, will create a whirlwind of information, misinformation, and high-stakes financial decisions. The window for calm, deliberate planning is right now, in these moments before the storm of mainstream media attention descends and complicates every move you make. This is why you cannot be a passive observer. You must become your own most trusted analyst. The responsibility now falls on you to solidify your understanding, to have a strategy for the day the announcement is made, whether it pertains to the Dong, the dinar, or any other asset you hold. Do not wait for the news to break to start asking what to do next. The time for that is now. So here is my final and most important call to action for you. This video must not be the end of your research. It must be the catalyst that propels you into a new league of preparedness. I want you to go down into the comments section right now and share your key takeaway from this deep dive. Let me know which piece of evidence resonated most powerfully with you. But your engagement cannot stop there. Your next step is absolutely critical. You need to hit that like button, share this video with every single person you know who has a stake in this outcome, and most importantly, you must subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications. The analysis cannot stop here. The situation is dynamic, and new data emerges by the hour. This channel is your frontline, your intelligence hub for cutting through the noise and delivering the clear, objective, data-driven truth you need to protect your interests and capitalize on this generational opportunity. Do not be left in the dark when the next major development occurs. Your financial future is too important to leave to chance. Subscribe now, join our community of the informed, and let's navigate this historic path together, armed with knowledge, clarity, and the unwavering confidence that comes from being truly prepared.